Hey friends, Tuxx here. For this particular video, I have a bunch of these Gran Turismo Hot Wheels to open up, and a few other little Hot Wheels and special sports car, matchbox car kind of things I wanted to open up for you. I've been saving these, and then I just started thinking about Gran Turismo again with the E3 that happened last week, where they were showing the new Gran Turismo and the new Forza, and they look amazing, you know? So it's really a cool thing. I'm definitely into sports cars, and actually my mind has even been on lately buying a new 370Z. It's something which has been going through my mind off and on for a while now. I know I have friends who say just buy it, do it, you know, and I've been kind of hesitant too, largely because I do shop a lot and I'm worried about the luggage space. But let's go ahead and open these up right now. If you guys are into any particular types of cars, be it Matchbox or Hot Wheels, let me know, or any kind of special thing, like if you like sports cars or whatever. For me, I really kind of collect sports cars, and largely because I've had some in real life, and I like collecting matchboxes of cars I've had, you know, and I've been a huge fan of the Z family of cars, the Nissan Zs, since going back to the 280Z was my first one, and I absolutely loved that car, and it got smashed. Oh my god, it was so terrible. And then I've had some 300ZXs and other cars from Nissan since then, but I really do love the Z family cars. They are such a fun car to drive. I really enjoy them. There's so much power in such a small little body, and I love the style of them too. They've always had a certain grace to them and a certain sound to the exhaust even. Just such a great car to drive, and these little Matchbox cars are fantastic. This is one off. This was actually a Christmas present, and I didn't open this one before, so I figured I might as well open it now. This is the Speed Wheels, the rigid, rugged die-cast metal cars. So very cool. So Series 15, love the paint job, like really cool, like metallic pearl, which is kind of a Nissan color. Personally, for me, I usually have had my 300ZXs all. My 280 was black, and then I've had some red 300s, and I really do like the red color for some reason, but I do like other colors as well. And if I was to get a new Z car, I'm not sure what color I'd pick, tell you the truth. It might just have to be like whatever color struck me at the time, you know, of the ones available. So I really do love the cars, and the color is not really quite as important to me, but of course with all sports cars you want a cool looking car. Anyway, we'll keep going from here, and this is a Hot Wheels. There is a little story behind this. There was actually a chaser car at Target, a Hot Wheels, and it was a green Lamborghini, and I didn't buy it, and I've been looking for one ever since. And this is a red Lamborghini. I've always been a big fan of Lamborghinis. Now this one definitely has some oversized kind of tires, and the real car does not have tires of this size, and I don't believe the spoiler is quite like that either, of the ones I've seen anyway. But anyway, really cool car, definitely an iconic sports car of the late, you know, 80s and 90s, and even to this day, it's a fantastic car. That, of course, is, you know, definitely something people recognize worldwide. You know, it makes a distinctive sound. Although I will say, compared to, I used to live in Miami Beach, and back then when I'd see Lamborghinis in real life, they definitely were rumbly. They were loud and aggressive. And the newer ones, when I've seen them, they don't seem quite as loud as they used to be. So I don't know if that's kind of an eco thing, or maybe they just, that style of having that super aggressive roar sound isn't there as much as it used to be. But really cool cars. I love this little car. It has some great accents to it. Love the little back spoilers. Just really cool. Love the taillights. I think the wheels are exaggerated a little bit more than I like them to be honest with you, but still a really cool car. Love it. Okay, continuing on, moving on to the actual Gran Turismo cars. Now, Gran Turismo is a really fun game. Of course, this is more of a racing sim game than an arcade racer, and I have to admit that I'm not the best at sim games for racing, because I guess my accuracy in driving, I want to floor that gas, you know, I want to go fast, and I'm not as much into the careful braking and that kind of thing. You really need to have control and patience when it comes to these sim racing games. But I do really love Gran Turismo, how the cars look so great, and these Hot Wheels are no exception to that. They did such a great job making them really represent the original cars, like this Jaguar here. Very cool. Awesome car, lots of great detail. Alright, next up here, we'll take a look. Here is another Lamborghini, a more modern one. We'll open this up. And I do, when these first came out, this design of Lamborghini, I think a lot of people kind of like didn't like them. They were still kind of like preferring to go back to like more of a, you know, 80s style, something kind of more along these lines. But I really do like the rounded ones. I think they look great. And I think they definitely have had an impact on other sports cars too. Like other cars have kind of copied this, this rounded trend. And you see this really cool looking car, very sleek, very aerodynamic, looking very cool. I would love to have one of these someday. I never will, probably, most likely. I mean, I guess you could say never, but it's a really expensive car for maintenance reasons alone. So unless I bought it like as an investment or something, I probably will not buy one of these, but I really do love them. I think they're a beautiful car and just a really great luxury item. So very, very cool. And it's a great little Matchbox Hot Wheels car. So Hot Wheels in this case. Okay, continuing on. This is a car which I've never seen in real life. There it is. I have seen this in Gran Turismo, I do believe, and I think it's a fun car to ride. I want to say the control of it, the speed was good, the control wasn't so good, and so I probably haven't used it as much as some of the other cars. Sometimes what I like about Gran Turismo is actually being able to play some of the non-exotic cars, like playing like a normal car, like a, I don't know if I want to call it a Class C, but like a slower type of car, you know, something like Nissan, 300ZX or something in a race. It's really fun driving cars you've owned in real life, you know. And some of these super exotic cars, sometimes they're so wound up in the game. They're so fast and they're really fun to play, but they're also, for people like me who like driving into walls, or I shouldn't say like driving into walls, I just do drive into walls, it can be harder to control. But really love the detail on this, love the paint job. Look how shiny that is. That's a really nice looking Hot Wheel. So very cool. Moving on along. Let's see, here is a Dodge Viper. I've always liked Vipers, and I do kind of like the new Dodges, actually. I've kind of never been a huge Dodge fan, but I have to say that I like the way they're bringing back some of the older ones, and the Charger and Challenger both, I think, look great. And it's cool that they're kind of doing okay now. You know, I was kind of wondering about them as a car company for a while. Although sales, I guess, were still pretty good, like largely because of like vans and other things they sell. But the Viper is definitely a very cool car. This originally when it came on the scene, it made a huge splash. And even to this day, like definitely kind of a luxury item, but a very cool car. I love the stripe on this. Look how cool that looks. Very cool car. Something very awesome, and this is a little more affordable. It's an expensive car, but not like a Lamborghini. This is something that some people could probably afford with enough hard work or investment put into it. So, all right, next up, Nissan Skyline, the coolest Nissan that for some reason has never really been legal in the U.S. And this car, to me, almost kind of doesn't look like, I think the 370 actually looks sportier than this car. This car, I've always thought is cool, and definitely for people who like street racing and stuff, it's definitely a hot thing to have. Almost more of a, like a status thing by having one than actually the sake of the car. Now, the car is fast and everything, of course, it's a great car, but for some reason, it almost looks more like, if I could get it open, it reminds me of kind of like a late 80s, kind of like maybe like a Mustang or somewhere between like a Honda Civic or something. It's not as aggressive looking as like a 300 ZX family car, and of course the scale of these two Matchboxes these two cars are very different, but very cool. Definitely something which is meant for racing. Very fast, very cool car. I want to say maybe I've seen these in real life, maybe just once in a great while in Miami. I'd see one for reals, but it's not a very common car at all by any means. But if you have a chance to get one, I'm sure, I've never driven one of these before, but I'm sure it's like great. I'm sure it's an awesome, fast, great car to have. So very, very cool. Love it. Great car for the game as well. And next up here we have the Ford GT, and this is of course a very popular and very rare car. Let's see if I can get this one open a little better. I love the paint job on this one here. It's a really great matte black look to it. Very cool. Love the back to it. It's all blacked out. Cool spoiler. Great graphics. Definitely more of a like a stock car kind of thing. The look to it, the way they have it displayed here. Very, very cool. But great paint job. Cool car. Everything is very nice about this. I think the spoiler in the back kind of reminds me of a Corvette, just a little bit maybe. It has kind of an interesting aerodynamic where it's actually a little tallest right here in front. I guess that's to reduce drag. Cool little air intakes on the hood too. But very cool stuff. And of course this is a mid-engine car, so the engine is back here. So I guess that's more for aerodynamicness or maybe even just for aesthetics, the way it looks. But very, very cool car. Great car in the game as well. Alright, got a couple left here. And let's see. Oh, you know what? Do I have two of these? I do. Oh my gosh. I just opened this one before. Alright. Well, I'm going to save this one. I don't know how I got two of them. But anyway, this is this car right here. I'll keep this one mint in package since I have that one already. And then finally, I don't think I've opened up this one yet. Nope. Very cool. We'll go ahead and pop this open, see if I can get this one quickly. There we go. Love the paint job on this. Really cool metallic paint job. Really interesting backside. Kind of reminds me of like a Porsche or something, like an older school Porsche. How it's rounded and kind of smaller with kind of a long front to it. But really cool. Love the little detailing on the sides. Love the paint job. The grille. I could probably do without that grille being so large. But really cool, really sporty car. In real life, very, very fast. Of course, you know, I think, were these in James Bond movies or something? I think, yeah, kind of sometimes, but anyway, very cool. Let me know if you have a favorite car out of all these little cars. I think if I had to pick one, you know, I'm really partial to these, so I've owned a few of them, fantastic cars, and I'd love to own another one, so this may be down the road for me. If I do, of course, I'll make videos on it and stuff too. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching this video. Really appreciate it. Be sure and give us a thumbs up if you're into little car videos, okay? I'll try and make some more down the road. And of course, this video does count for my next giveaway, so be sure and say enter me or enter me senpai for a chance to win some cool prizes, all right? All right, friends, be sure and check out Tuxx Reviews, my review channel, and of course, Gamer Tuxx, my beta channel, okay? We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.